I'd like to call a regular monthly meeting to order, please. Ms. Boche, will you lead us in a prayer?
Dear Heavenly Father, we are mindful this evening of the many ways in which you continue to bless the school district. We are grateful for our employees, students, parents, and community members who continue to join together to make our school district child-centered. As we move toward the end of the first semester of our work together, we ask that you instill in each of us the peace and goodwill toward all men that are the mark of this time of year. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Mr. Gaines, will you lead us in a pledge, please?
Sure. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Boche, can you do a roll call, please?
Mrs. Acevedo? Here. Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Mrs. Kraft? Here. Mr. Egan? Here. Mr. Gaines?
Here.
Mrs. Dysart?
Here.
Mr. England?
Here.
Mrs. Lemoyne?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
And Mr. Warner?
here.
Thank you, Ms. Boche. Okay, we'll go on to item number 4, community concerns, audience participation. Ms. Benzak, has anybody signed up, please?
No, sir, there is not.
Thank you, ma'am. Move on to item number 5. Motion to incorporate the report of general committee meeting into the minutes of the November regular monthly meeting minutes.
So moved.
We'll have a motion by Ms. Dysart, second by Mr. Smith. Any questions or comments? Please cast your vote.
Motion passes 11-0.
Okay, item number 6, personnel changes for the month of November. Mr. Granberry, good evening, sir.
Good evening. We have a few, but not many.
We in good shape, Mr. Granberry?
Yes, we sure are.
With bus drivers and everything?
Oh, we always could use
Use
bus
one.
drivers, substitutes and stuff like that. But
Substitutes.
Yeah, we're in good shape.
Right. But we're fully staffed with bus
Fully
drivers
staffed,
now.
we just
We
subs.
just could use substitutes.
Right, substitute, that's what we're
People,
looking at.
you know.
Okay, great. So anybody out there, if they're interested, to make a phone call.
That's it.
Any questions for Mr. Greenberg? This is for information purposes only. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, Ms.
Ms. England, I
Yeah,
just have,
sure.
I have one question. Good evening, Mr. Granberry. The teachers that were going to be assigned, are these because of the numbers that have increased, or
What
what was
we're
their
doing
need
here
for?
is we have 2 young ladies that are student teaching at Davies that are doing a great job, and we want to try to keep them. So we have a bunch of people that are going out on pregnancies. So we're going to take those and ship them from school to school to cover the pregnancies, and we're going to give them a full-time job and make them eligible to come to our transfer day, so we can hopefully keep them in the parish. And I talked to both of them yesterday, and they're very excited about being in the parish. So.
Well, great,
So
thank
I think we
you.
got 2 elementary teachers locked up for next year.
Well, great.
Good, thank you, appreciate it.
And the lady right below that, the one that's at Chalmette, she's the student teacher at Chalmette in math. So we're hiring her to take the inclusion math class that we weren't capable of filling, and we've been using different substitutes in there. So she's going to do that for the rest of this year. And then can't let the math teacher get away.
Oh, no.
Thank you for your explanation.
Thank you, Mr. Greenberg. Okay. We'll move on to item number 7, motion to approve the Head Start annual report and update. This was a recommendation by the committee. So moved. Have a motion by Mr. Long, second by Mr. Gaines. Any questions or comments? If none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 11-0.
Okay. Go on to item number 8, motion to approve the revised 2018-2019 general fund and special revenue fund budget. This was a recommendation by the committee. We have a motion by Mr. Campbell, second by Ms. Esteveda. Any questions or comments? Please cast your vote.
Motion passes 11-0.
Item number 9, motion to approve the lowest bid on the bid tabulation for spices and seasoning, Class 2, cereals, dried beans, crackers, Class 3, frozen foods, Class 5, meat and meat products, Class 6, poultry and eggs, Class 7, seafood products, Class 8, and canned goods, Class 9. This was a recommendation by the committee.
Make that motion.
Motion by Ms. Lemoyne, second by Mr. Campbell. Any questions, comments? Please cast your vote.
Motion passes 11-0.
Move on to number 10, motion to approve the policy of JGCF, Behavioral and Health Procedures. This was a recommendation by the committee. There was a motion by Mr. Warner, second by Mr. Smith. If you have any questions, we have someone here that can talk to us.
All talked out at committee,
But it's been all talked out, that's true.
at the committee
So-
meeting, right.
So, but glad to have you, Ms. Sharon Kurt. Okay. If no questions for Ms. Kurt, please cast your vote, please.
Motion passes 11-0.
Item number 11, items should be placed on the agenda for next committee meeting. If you have anything, you have up to 5 days before the meeting to get in contact with Ms. Foche or Ms. Benazak to be put on the agenda. Okay? Okay, move on to item number 12.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. Go
Mr.
ahead.
England,
Sure.
the superintendent's evaluation, that'll be at the, before the committee meeting?
Yes, that'll be at
Next-
5 o'clock.
Okay, at the committee meeting. right?
Yes, that's on the next.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's all right.
He was saying items to be placed on the agenda.
That's true, that's true. But, yeah, Mr. Campbell,
When will the swearing in
that'll be at the committee meeting in January.
committee?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
Right. And then we got election to officers to follow and meet at the regular monthly meeting. That's when that comes up. Okay? All right? So, any other questions? Okay. All right, item number 12, superintendent's recommendations. Ms. Foche?
Well, again, there'll be a special meeting before the committee meeting on December 11th, Tuesday, I think December 11th, for my evaluation at 5 o'clock, followed by the regular committee meeting at 6. The Friday night, just a reminder to everybody, I know Mr. Cassar was here at the committee meeting talking about all the events of the season. But just to remember, Friday night, Christmas at the Civic Center.
Yeah.
And many of our schools will be performing that evening. I think it'll be a very nice event. This Friday
Yes.
night. Then December 6th and 7th, the Christmas show at Shelmet High School, which is always a very, very nice event. If you have an opportunity to go, Saturday, Christmas at Dockville, where many of our schools will also be performing. So we're beginning the Christmas season really with a bang, with many, many, many performances for our students. That will continue all through the month of December. So we encourage everyone to check the school website and the district website for the listing of all the events and where they're going to be taking place at our individual schools and district-wide. What? Today is Mr. Smith's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday,
happy
Mr. Smith.
birthday. I'm telling you.
Hope you have many more, sir.
You know, we forget these young ones with their birthdays. You know, when you get older like us, we try to forget them.
Right, we try to let them pass, you know.
Happy birthday, Mr.
Happy
Smith.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Right. Okay. Move on to item number 13, adjournment.
So moved.
So have a motion by Ms. Dysart, second by Ms. Estefado. All in favor? Aye. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you and good night.